welcome to my channel, Mildred's Making Something, where I do planner related videos and we'll soon be doing some craft videos as well. Here is a review of my last week's layout. This was a blue and white week color layout from the May Color Me Happy 2019 challenge that Johanna put forth. Just some little bits and pieces that I added in. I had my gown alteration, and I am not allowed to I'm not allowed to lose any more weight. Otherwise, I'm going to need the bodice taken in, and if you've ever gotten married and had a gown and had professional alterations, you know how expensive that can be. So I'm looking at maintaining staying between 260 and 265, and I was at 264. Some things did get shifted around, but that's my life. Now I'm going to fast forward this part a little bit because this week, the same challenge, it's orange, yellow, and brown. And for me, it's also a week that I plan to do a geek related layout. And so I ended up doing Frank Herbert's Dune. So there's a bit of planning going on because I don't have any stickers that really go with it at all. So my basic plan is going to be covering just about everything except for the numbers and the planets and the little bit of that dark blue up at the top for essentially for space and sky. But I've had picked up this pad of paper at Goodwill, and sand and even the occasional footprints. I don't think I really left any of the footprints showing at the end, but it was a good way of having a easy to use paper that I could put through the printer so I could do quotes. Speaking of, I pull out my printer and then take a jump forward in the video because I spend a bunch of time with a set of quotes I had picked up from Dune, a couple from the movie, but mostly from the books. And after a few trials and tribulations, got the right size for putting it into the planner. And wow, the blue in my hair is really faded green. I've got to figure out how to do the video where I can lean forward to work on stuff because I kind of hunch over on things without blocking the view of what I'm working on and not showing the top of my head. So basically I use this paper to also act as washi or as the base for washi, because this washi, which I don't know if you can tell, actually has some gold in it, and it's very see-through, so I use some of the paper as a base to put the washi on. That way it isn't leaking through that blue. And then there's a lot of using my fairly new paper cutter that my fiance and I picked up to do our part of our invitations from, and excuse me, cutting using all the, well, not all, using a bunch of the different quotes that I picked up, figuring out the layout. And in fact, this week I have a convention I'm going to in Baltimore from the 24th to the 27th. And so you saw a little bit, but you'll see in a few minutes where I am using more of this paper and a couple of Happy Planner half sheets so that I can do a better breakdown for those days, and also have space to add extra panels and workshops that I'm going to go to, that space that I wouldn't have in the normal Happy Planner. I'll be doing something similar when it comes time to my wedding. In fact, I think for my wedding I'm just using full-sized date time pages. Now, I decided to actually use some quotes that I had first printed out everything in like size 18 font, and it was too big to fit anything within a single column, but I then decided to use some of the bigger quotes to do across the box things to break up the size and make it better. Now, the quote I have all the way on the left, where the note section usually is the Bene Gesserit litany against fear. And then I've got "The spice must flow." That's one of the most iconic quotes out of the movie. And then I'm also using some of the quotes that are actually one way in the book, but another way in the movie. One of them is, "A beginning is," the first line, in fact, of the entire book, "A beginning is the time for taking the most delicate care that the balances are correct." In the movie, it's beginning is the beginning is a most delicate time, or something like that. This is the first time I'm using this washi that actually has backing on it, and it's kind of a little weird for me, but because I've never used washi that's had backing before, but I'm making it work. So on to the penning portion. I'm using fine tip markers from the full color range of the challenge, orange, yellow, and brown, to do a little bit of going around a couple of the boxes just to make it look like pop a little bit more, and also to use for the rest of my writing. I pulled some numbers out of a time and date holidays book for my little half sheet inserts for this week, and I have this template I'm using to add a couple of, three check boxes for each day, starting with Thursday, because that's when I'm going to be in Baltimore doing the convention, and I'm just filling in the lines a little bit more. And now seeing it, I'm kind of off center. Oh well, it is what it is. And this, when you're at a convention, it's very important to make sure you do at least 3 things a day. You need to make sure you eat. You need to make sure you drink. Well, you need to make sure you eat. You need to make sure you sleep. And you need to make sure you take a shower. Those are the 3 major important things you need to do. So I'm just put some check boxes to go ahead and be able to. It's very satisfying at times to check off boxes. I should use that mechanism a little bit more. And here I take some of the other quotes that I had printed out to fill in on the little insert days. I used the quote that goes with the fairly iconic phrase of "the sleeper must awaken" on the first day, and put a little handprint on it, because that's a image from the movie that occurs time and time again. And now on to actually filling in my events. On Monday, had a meeting with the cantor and the priestess for my wedding, with my fiance as well, and it went very, very well. Yay. Today's Tuesday. I've got to pick up some meds. I'm purchasing a planner off of someone from Facebook. It's a big one, Happy Planner Big. And dinner tonight, I found ramps at Whole Foods, and my fiance actually let me know that they had them. And I'm going to make some stuff with the ramps and shrimp. So Wednesday, we're traveling. Wednesday is my hair trial, and then we go to New Jersey from upstate New York. And then on Thursday, we'll head to Baltimore, check into the hotel, start meeting up with everyone. And then the convention itself starts Friday afternoon. Beforehand, I'll arrange to have lunch with people to get crabs in Maryland, because it's a thing I do every Balticon. And then I'm using these half sheets to fill in the panels that I'm on, and then in a moment I'll be putting M for moderator, because I'm moderating one, P for panelist, and A for audience. For ones that I know right now I'm going to, and I'm switching back and forth with my computer, which has my Google Calendar up, so that, and the website for the convention, so that I could put room numbers and such. And here's the shower, eat, sleep reminder. And I messed up, and I'd been debating whether to try to draw a sandworm, and I suck at it. But then when I messed up, it's like, okay, I messed up what I was putting in. I'm going to fix it, quote unquote fix it. And I thought for a moment of putting washi on these, on the half sheets, but decided not to. And on this quote, I'm outlining in red, actually, because it's referring to the Mentat. It's the little Mentat mantra, and it refers to the lips being stained, and in the movie it's a very dark red. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Next week is a rainbow theme, and I will be filming that at Balticon, because I'm not going to get back until later in the week. Thank you.